That food.
Can you see it? Can you see the grill? Oh, now, wait for it. Oh, fire.
Look at all that meat on there. Yeah. Woo! That's how you smoke it, baby.
No, yo, Sweeto. What? Throw that fucking thing on the fucking corner. He's the one on top of it, though. You got it.
Nearly 3 hours of coverage, especially luxury
That's international. You know I'm live out here, YouTube, baby! Bills. In it to win it. This is where we're at. Watching the game. Outside. Bonfire. Grill. Everything. TV. Lifestyles. Only with Chops International you get this live action. Right here. And all about recycling. Buffalo Bills Stadium right behind me. Are you guys ready? We're about to get hype out here. We're about to go live all night. Here we go.
Yeah, for America. After I have myself a big dish to make me run stop. You guys know what how does he not know that? The rest of America knows that. You know why they're? You want to know why these are big Bills fans? Why do these
Go ahead.
His close friends are Tim Russell. Tim Russell, the Buffalo. Yeah. Yeah, him and Tim Russell went to the same college together. It's always like the Bill survey. It's like he was good friends like Tim Russell. He was like the Buffalo. You can't help but love Chris Berman. You can't help but
What are you looking for?
balls.
Oh. They might be in, oh, they were on the ground. That moved them. I forgot the name of the guy that truck.
That is on the ESPN. He will always favor the Bills for that. He always does.
How y'all doing out there? Chops International!
Bills. Always the Bills. The Bills are going 3-0. Yeah, they're calling. ESPN's calling Chris Berman up there, and he's telling them no. They're circling the wagon.
Do we have paper towels or napkins or anything?
Yeah, just all American grease.
Whoa! Come on.
Just all American grease and fire. Y'all eat those burgers like the way that they are. Just give me the cheese on it. I want all 5 of those burgers and I'm about to eat it. Show everyone American style. Come on, what's the hold up? I want the cheese on all the burgers. I want to eat all 5 of them right now. Show how you do it in America. This place is sweet
Just
Tony
second.
guy.
Your first up on the price.
I told you to double the cheese on it. Double the cheese. I want cheese. I want meat, cheese. Put it on there. Yes, just like that. Stack it up, baby. Stack it up. Yeah, no top. I think he's actually doing all 5. I don't want no gluten-free shit. I want meat and cheese, all 5.
That's what I'm talking about, Giuseppe.
Yeah. Go American, go home. Go American, go fucking home. Champ is here! Champ is... I need a fork.
Are you ready? Live action Thompson International! Woo! We're out here watching the game, going live. Okay? Buffalo Bills, live action.
And now they get the guy who's the nearly 2-decade thorn in their side to go up again. So as we say good evening, everybody, from Western New York, Joe Tessitore alongside Jason Witt. It's been a quarterback carousel.
Western New
We
York.
got the upside-down record at 2-5, and here are their Pats, impressively winning 4 straight. But there's something about this place and the energy here. On a Monday nighter, they've waited 10 years for Monday Night Football.
10 years, baby! Monday night! Here we go!
And we had 6 turnovers. Had no business winning the game, but somehow, some way, we had a game-winning field goal at the end of it. I tell you what, it was electric, man, this atmosphere, and they're going to be ready to go tonight.
We do have news, first reported by the NFL Network. Patriots wide receiver Josh Gordon to be disciplined tonight. We expect him to be benched for a portion of the game because of tardiness.
Yeah, I'm disappointed to see this for Josh Gordon. Look, he came into New England with a clean slate. But Bill Belichick, I commend him. He's holding him accountable, just like he's done for a number of years when he's had players that he's brought in that have off-the-field issues. Josh needs to learn from this. He's going to be held accountable and be better moving forward.
Our Game Identities is presented by Experian, and he's really been the missing link to the productivity of this offense.
Yeah, it's unbelievable what he's been able to do in a short time here in New England. He is a difference maker for this offense. On the outside, to be able to play for Tom Brady, he has got to be able to trust you and know that you're going to do what he needs you to do. You can see there, throwing it up into double coverage. He has a lot of confidence, giving him hugs. But last week was when I saw Josh Gordon, 4th and 1 at the top of the screen. Tom Brady trusts him, throwing this back shoulder throw to him. That tells me that he has a lot of confidence and trust in him, and he's going to be a big asset for them because with Gronkowski and Edelman work in the middle of the field, they need that difference-making player on the outside, and that's what Josh Gordon brings.
It's that key word you got to focus in on there when it comes to Gordon, trusting in here. Let's bring in Booger McFarland and talk about the other side here. Bills head coach Sean McDermott, he's been hammering home the message, don't lose this game before it's played. Hey, the Patriots have lost their last 3 Monday night road games. They lost to McDermott when he was the defensive coordinator for Carolina on a Monday nighter.
Yeah, Joe, and Sean understands how to play Tom Brady. He's an ideal on the front lawn. He's going to be sitting in the pocket back there. In order to put pressure on this offense and Tom Brady, you're going to have to bring it in a variety of ways. And Sean feels like he has a lot of weapons to do that tonight. One of them is going to be on the outside, Jerry Hughes. He's been turning the corner, but the ability for him to feel where Tom Brady is and come inside and get pressure in the Tom Brady face. We all know the great ones like to step up, and time is no different. Anytime you're an underdog, especially at home, you're going to have to play with relentless effort. I want you to watch Lorenzo Alexander tonight. He was a guy that came from the practice squad to the Pro Bowl. He'll play with great effort. Wait, you mentioned Josh Gordon. Tre'Davious White is going to get the challenge tonight of playing star coverage, following Josh Gordon all over the field. Maybe Gronkowski also. Either way, Sean McDermott has experience of beating Tom Brady, and he feels like he has the horses and the weapons to do it tonight here in Buffalo.
A win tonight would give Tom Brady the most victories in Buffalo, any quarterback since 2001. Not just opposing quarterbacks, any, including the Bills quarterbacks themselves, is set for kickoff when we return.
Remember your first bike? No, your first real bike. So can you imagine the feeling you'll get from your first real truck? GMC Sierra. Step up to GMC with nearly $12,200 total value on this specially equipped GMC Sierra SLT when you finance through GM Financial. Julie means more to me than anything. And I wanted to ask you, before I ask her, may I have your permission to marry her?
You're not just marrying her, you're marrying her whole world. Shop Neil Lane diamond engagement rings at K. So, did you get a new car? Kind of. Thanks to Navy Federal, only took 5 minutes. And vets can join? Oh yeah. How do you kind of buy a new car? It's used. It's for Mikey. You know he's gonna have girls in that car. Yeah, he's gonna have 2 of them.
Great benefits for veterans. From Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Yeah.
Because use Old Spice.
She knows best.
Like a supermarket, the dark web is where identity thieves buy and sell your personal information. But now you can protect yourself with Experian. See if your social security number has been compromised with a free dark web triple scan at Experian.com/scan.
Gifted yet oft-troubled wide receiver Josh Gordon was acquired 6 weeks ago today, and he's already producing well in the pass offense. Here's Lisa Salters on the winding path that has taken Gordon to the Patriots' place.
Hey, Tess, well, is what happened today just a minor infraction, or is Josh Gordon about to implode again? Unfortunately, you just don't know with someone who has the kind of trouble pass that he has. The fact that Gordon is even back on the field at all seemed improbable just a few years ago when he was suspended for the entire 2015 season for his third violation of the NFL substance abuse policy. There were probably very few within the league who believed that Gordon could turn his life around.
He's in stage 4 of the drug policy. He's been suspended for 3 years in a row.
If he can get his life back on track, this is a player who has undeniable, immense talent.
At this point, it's all on the young player now.
Josh Gordon now admits that he had been using drugs and alcohol almost all of his life and his entire career, college and pro. He's talked about how those closest to him often enabled him or looked the other way, all because of his talent on the football field. Gordon has played in just 15 games since the 2014 season. He spent some away from football, searching for himself. Sometimes he said in the wrong places, sometimes in the right ones, like the extensive time he says he spent in rehab in 2017, and in the office of Commissioner Roger Goodell, who Gordon says he considers a mentor and a friend. And he now finds himself here, in the New England Patriots uniform, being given yet another chance at redemption. And now this. Again, Gordon reportedly being benched for the start of this game tonight for tardiness. Gordon desperately wanted this chance with the Patriots. It could possibly be his last with the NFL. There's little tolerance for missteps in Foxborough, where the only way is the Patriot way.
That is the only way there. Thanks, Lisa. You've been watching the GMC Monday Night Kickoff, engineered by GMC and their lineup of Denali vehicles.
How do you show up? Do you just bring it? Or do you bring it all? Third row, like a pro. Turn on channels unless you switch to GMC and get the $7,000 total value in this 2019 GMC Acadia SLT2 when you finance through GM Financial. We are professional grade GMC.
Moving. That's harder now because of psoriatic arthritis. But you're still moved by moments like this. Don't let psoriatic arthritis take them away. Taltz reduces joint pain and stiffness and helps stop the progression of joint damage. For people with moderate to severe psoriasis, 90% saw significant improvement. Taltz even gives you a chance at completely clear skin. Don't use if you're allergic to Taltz. Before starting, you should be checked for tuberculosis. Taltz may increase risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, symptoms, or received a vaccine or plan to. Inflammatory bowel disease can happen with Taltz, including worsening of symptoms. Serious allergic reactions can occur. For all the things that move you, ask your doctor about Taltz. Give the gift. Enter. We take action.
Do you believe there are enough police officers here?
You've been here for a few years now. Why have you never released these names to the public?
What is the actual issue?
To get you the answers.
A 7 Eyewitness News investigation getting action.
An I-team investigation now getting the attention of the governor.
You do terrific work, and I think this community owes you and your station a real debt of thanks.
The 7 Eyewitness News I-team, making a difference for Western New York. World-class heart care is closer than you think.
Cleveland Clinic is #1 in the country for hearts. They've saved my life.
With Cleveland Clinic, you'll have a team specialized in the world's most complex heart cases, with an unparalleled record of successful treatments and access to the most advanced heart technology. It's why we're the nation's #1 heart program 24 years in a row. If you have a heart condition or need a second opinion, call Cleveland Clinic at 833-217-2439. Why is it the only thing these days that seems truly bipartisan is government corruption? I'm Karen McMahon, and I have zero tolerance for elected officials who break the law, whether they're Democrats or Republicans. That's why in the Assembly, I'll fight for tough new penalties to crack down on corruption and real reform to keep special interest money from drowning out our voices.
Karen McMahon. She'll make Albany listen to us.
Love is rare. Love's unique.
Love is her.
Love is him.
Love is us.
The Vera Wang Love Collection, designed for sales, the Diamond Store.
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Moments ago here at New Era Field, there was a moment of silence as the Bills, Patriots, and everyone here in Orchard Park paused to remember those lost in the horrific, abhorrent shooting at a Pittsburgh synagogue this weekend. 11 lives were taken. As Steelers coach Mike Tomlin, who lives nearby the site of the tragedy, said, "We are all prayerful." 46-degree night here in Western New York that feels like 31 with wind gusts upwards of 16 miles per hour. Patriots have gone 17 straight seasons with a winning record under Bill Belichick. The AFC East, that race that perhaps in September seemed like it would take a different course than what we're used to, now back to what it's been. 9 straight AFC East titles, the longest division title streak in NFL history.
Come on, you fucking McDermott!
Leading the Bills led to the playoffs last year.
Come on, McDermott! Come on!
Really the first moments of the true reset and the rebuild for a long-term plan. The Bills won the toss. They deferred. The Patriots will receive. And that means Cordero Patterson back to return. He has 6 career kickoff return touchdowns. Last week at Chicago, had a 95-yard return touchdown.
Papa, you whore! Back up! Your mother's a whore! Kill these guys!
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off. Waited a long time for Monday night to return here. 10 years at New Era Field. 45-year-old NFL Stadium, originally Rich Stadium, then Ralph Wilson, and now 71,000 as New York Field, as the mighty Pats come here again. The Bills Mafia knows all about this guy. They like table crashing at their tailgates. Let me tell you, Tom Brady's done some of that up here. 28 wins against the Bills, the most by any quarterback against one team in NFL history. And 14 of those wins at New Era Field, most by any visiting quarterback at one venue in NFL history. The thought of Brady coming off of an RV. I don't think we're going to see that, but this Buffalo defense, they need to put a lot of different pressure on him, inside and out, and then switch up their coverages because he has a lot of answers. Oh, look who's in the backfield. Anderson, running back. And also on the field, Josh Gordon, who, as was reported earlier by the NFL Network, expected to be disciplined tonight for tardiness. But here he is out there. The Patriots would not confirm or deny with us the disciplinary measures that were discussed this afternoon. And James White flanking Tom Brady. 2nd and 5. As Gronkowski back home here in Buffalo. Remember, he missed last week's game with back spasms. By Philip Gaines, it'll be 3rd and 5.
You know, that's interesting to see. They put Rob Gronkowski as a single receiver on the outside there. They put Gaines covered him, really essentially man-to-man. That's a matchup they must feel confident that these corners can match up against Gronkowski.
Yeah, remember last year it was Taligate White. This year it's Gaines. They're probably going to put a smaller, more shiftier guy on Gronkowski.
3rd and 5. Brady quickly gets into the reliable James White for a first down.
And he's been his favorite weapon, really, out of the backfield, what James White's been able to do. That's the matchup. We saw it there. We're going against Lorenzo Alexander, former defensive lineman. James White's so good in space, and as I said earlier, Tom Brady trusts him.
Patterson again in the I formation ahead of the fullback James Devlin, the 228-pound receiver and return man. And Knight is back in that time. It's Matt Milano. Play by Milano.
Milano really just shot that gap. He's going to a zone read. There he is at the top of inside there. They're going with a nice zone read with the fullback leading inside. And Brown, the left tackle, could just not climb in there. Good job by Milano to see it, understand that there's a zone scheme, and to shoot the gap before Brown can get to him.
Played his college ball just up the road from Foxborough at Boston College. Second and 14. Was one way to run. Goes back to the play and just crowds it at the The Patriots up front. David Andrews is in the middle. He's a drafted free agent. All he did is turn into a team captain within 3 years. We told you about the difference that Josh Gordon has made in recent weeks. Last week in Chicago was masterful in 4th and 1 that you detailed earlier tonight.
James White is a guy that creates mismatches for him. But now when they get behind the chains, that plays into Buffalo's hands. They can play soft coverage. They've done that most of this season on 3rd down.
3rd and 14 for Brady. Tre'Davious White was staying with a little bit of pressure from Kyle Williams on Brady.
And Tom had that matchup. I think Josh should have made that play. Good release. He's stemming it, going vertical. Tre'Davious White, he had a step on him. Josh Gordon looked like he lost the ball at the end. Kyle Williams coming around the backside, putting pressure on Tom Brady. But Josh Gordon's got to make that play on 3rd down.
The lefty from Louisiana Tech, Brian Allen, on to punt away. takes a bounce inside
Live
the
action,
30.
Chops International, watching the Bills game. Here we go, Taligate, outside, Lifestyles, here we go.
This defense did their job in that first series against the Pats.
Dedication. Attention to detail. And going above and beyond. That's what it takes to do things the right way. With Rocket Mortgage, you can count on us to get your mortgage right. Because when it comes to buying a home, the right way should be the only way. Rocket Mortgage, America's largest mortgage lender and proud supporter of college athletics.
YouTube TV. Watch like a fan.
There's 35-year-old Derek Anderson, who was on a golf course just over 3 weeks ago when he got a call asking if he wants to play for the Bills. Well, you know about his career. Drafted by the Ravens, was cut before the season, made the Pro Bowl with the Browns, started 34 games, a year with the Cardinals, and then Cam Newton's back up for 7 seasons. And then came the call. From golfing to now being the starter, Derek Anderson signed on October 9th.
Yeah, Joe, and he said last week it was a disaster out there on the field for him. And that's what you would expect with 3 practices. And now he comes into this one with only 6 practices. But the formula for this Bills offense is run the football. And their 2 wins, they've carried the ball 38 times and 43 times. That's the formula. The other thing to that, it keeps Tom Brady and the offensive weapons for New England on the sideline.
See that live from Kelvin Benjamin, his receiver, as he's going to split out here as they're going with the direct snap now to Shady McCoy. As they run him to the near side. Look at McCoy straight ahead for 13 yards.
That's exactly what the Buffalo Bills have to do. Do different shifts and motions and give it to Shady McCoy. Playing from the backfield just allows him. He has really good quickness, even at 30 years old where he's at. Played against him when he was in Philadelphia. Really quick, allows him to hit the hole.
McCoy was in concussion protocol all week. He left last week's game against the Colts after taking a hit. Here's Anderson. His first pass of the night is complete to Zay Jones.
And that's good to see that they get a completion early, just a quick out route to Zay Jones. You're Derek Anderson. I really think you got to feel relieved. Cut it loose tonight. You know, you were playing golf, as you mentioned 3 weeks ago. Cut it loose. Nobody expects you to win this game. There's no pressure on you. The franchise is not yours. You're here to just fill it for a few weeks, be a mentor. Cut it loose and let it fly.
Of course, Josh Allen, the prize rookie, the first rounder, injured his right elbow a couple weeks ago. Put him out again. Now Chris Ivory's going to take a snap, run a little option with McCoy straight ahead for a first down. Now remember who the play caller is, Brian Dable, who spent 11 years on Bill Belichick's Patriots staff. He's the play caller here now in Buffalo.
And I think he understands how to attack this New England defense. And one thing you guys need to pay attention to, they run the ball. If they're going to run it, they have to block number 90, Malcolm Brown. He's the nose tackle. He's the centerpiece of this Patriots run defense.
This formation as they're doing it again. Full backfield with McCoy. Blockers in front. You know, Dable was with Nick Saban as the play caller in Alabama last year. I feel like I'm watching college football right now, watching the Bills.
Well, that's the formula. I mean, understands that's what he's going to have to do. You're going to see there he's going to have him a lead blocker and his fullback. McCoy likes just getting the ball quickly in his hands and doing it. Look, a couple weeks ago, City, they didn't play this type of offense, but they did a lot of those different things and gave New England's defense some trouble with the fly sweeps, faking that with the big throws over top. I think we're going to see some of that tonight.
Anderson back at quarterback here on 2nd and 9. And they run a reverse, a flea flicker. Anderson grabs it downfield. Intended target, Charles Clay.
Well, this is what you have to do. Throw that flag! Throw that flag! Not as talented. You have to find new wrinkles. You see the Wildcat. Now you see a little fake reverse toss back to the quarterback, and now he's trying to hit the tight end, Charles Clay. They realize they are an underdog tonight, so they're trying to force the tempo and force the issue, and I love it.
But Patrick Chung was in really good coverage. You saw Bill Belichick there with the notepad, taking notes. He knew that. He knows that Buffalo's and they have to do something outside of their normal system.
3rd down and 9. Nothing exotic here. It's on Anderson, and it's too high. He was looking for 6'5" Kelvin Benjamin.
It was really good pressure there by Kyle Benoit, who's really a do-it-all linebacker for New England. He rushes, he drops in coverage. That time he blitzes. Really, really good pressure by him. Beating the guard, sugaring the guard now, just finding a space inside and getting pressure on Derek. They're going to have to block it because Anderson needs a little time to throw in the pocket.
So Edelman setting up shop just inside the 10. Corey Bojorquez, who was signed by Buffalo earlier this season, spent training camp with the Patriots. The punter for the Bills as he puts it into the end zone. I guess all we needed was the wishbone to win offensive formation bingo from the Bills.
Can't believe it.
At Grandpa's last performing fly in the Bumblebee.
Now you goof. Can't believe how easy it was to save $100 on my car insurance with Geico.
Nice.
I know, right?
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Are you struggling with addiction?
We take action. Do you believe there are enough police officers here?
You've been here for a few years now. Why have you never released these names to the public?
What is the actual issue? To get you the answers.
A 7 Eyewitness News investigation getting action.
An I-team investigation now getting the attention of the governor.
You do terrific work, and I think this community owes you and your station a real debt of thanks.
The 7 Eyewitness News I-team, making a difference for Western New York. World-class heart care is closer than you think.
Cleveland Clinic is #1 in the country for hearts. They've saved my life.
With Cleveland Clinic, you'll have a team specialized in the world's most complex heart cases, with an unparalleled record of successful treatments and access to the most advanced heart technology. It's why we're the nation's #1 heart program 24 years in a row. If you have a heart condition or need a second opinion, call Cleveland Clinic at 833-217-2439.
Why is it the only thing these days that seems truly bipartisan is government corruption? I'm Karen McMahon, and I have zero tolerance for elected officials who break the law, whether they're Democrats or Republicans. That's why in the Assembly, I'll fight for tough new penalties to crack down on corruption and real reform to keep special interest money from drowning out our voices.
Karen McMahon. She'll make Albany listen to us.
To next week's Monday Night Football. We're going to be in Arlington, Texas. Marcus Mariota and the Titans against Zeke and the Cowboys. And coverage, of course, will begin with Monday Night Countdown and Susie and the gang at 6 Eastern. Both those teams were on a bye this week. Both have 3 and 4 records. Titans have been playing close games. Here's Brady on 1st down as he's able to get it to James White. Reminder, of course, that Sony Michel, the rookie running back, left last week's game against the Bears. with a knee injury. Didn't make the trip here. We've already seen Cordell Patterson in the backfield. Two rush earlier tonight. 2nd and 5. And complete to Edelman. He goes ahead for 11.
Because Michelle's out, he was such a big part of their offense. Running the ball, I think this next series here, this second series we're seeing from New England, both of those plays have been out of empty. Hurry up, up-tempo offense, leaning on their passing attack.
As they do here, as he goes to James White. So reliable and so consistent as a playmaker is White. Defensive front, already seen the pressure from Kyle Williams. The linebackers with the 20-year-old Edmonds in the middle and Milano, who's already made an impact. And then Tre'Davious White, their best defensive back, locking down one of the corner spots. 2nd and 1. Quickly, it's White again, and just like that with a stiff arm, another 6 yards as he was finally ridden down by Edmonds.
And they treat that like a screen pass there. Edelman with the nice cut block on Milano, the linebacker, and that ability to do that, getting in the hurry up. You can see Edelman. It's a screen. Just throws his body on there, allowing White to get on the edge, and Tom's in control.
And Temple again with a man in his face. It is batted before it can get to Gronkowski. That was Edmonds, who's 6'5" as a middle linebacker.
And that's what they love about him. Rangy, tall, athletic. Tom Brady said it's coverage. Brady sees him. He's going to try to get the ball over top of him. Edmonds says, you know what? I'm 6'5". I can get up, and I can keep the ball from Rob Gronkowski.
And he really mistimed his jump, or it would have been an interception. He's a young player. He had the perfect scheme there. Tampa 2, that he's got that middle hook. He should have made that play.
You're absolutely right. He got that on the way down. 2nd and 10. The slant this time complete to Gordon. It'll be 3rd and short for the Pats.
That right there looks like a simple, easy play. Just throwing a slant to the single receiver. They've done that, and Tom could do it in his sleep. But that's what Josh Gordon brings to this offense. The outside. Every really good offense at some point has to shorten. They can widen the field and have a playmaker on the outside. You just work the inside. It's just dink and dunk. It gets real cloudy in there. And Josh brings that dimension on the outside for this offense.
Third and 2. Here's Edelman off the pitch. Brady got level. Pats are going to move to James.
You know, Brady did get level, but I mean, what an effort by this guy. 19 years, 5 Super Bowl rings, going against Lorenzo Alexander. He picks around. Lorenzo picks up, bet. If Brady doesn't make that block, Alexander makes that tackle. So that's what Brady's all about. It's incredible to see.
41 years old and a willingness, has a love for the game. Incomplete. It's a little low. Looking for Josh Gordon. We had a great conversation with Tom just about that last night.
Yeah, I mean, he's just so joyful. He loves playing football. You know, he goes, my passion for the game right now is as high as it's ever been. Takes care of his body. And, you know, Joe, he's playing better at 41. He looks better at 41. He's a better athlete at 41. He's playing at an extremely high level.
Ninth play of this drive. 2nd and 10. As he goes to White, and White so slithery and capable and hits that gear again. Another first down for the Pats.
James White just understands where he needs to get in the zone.
And it's a winning Buffalo Bills!
Pressure in his face, and James is always his outlet, and then he's dangerous with the run after catch. But going back to Tom Brady, I really mean it. I mean, you think of him at 25, 26 years old compared to where he is now. I mean, he's just crushing father time in a sport that waits on no man.
Patterson into the backfield again on first down. And we're going to have a timeout used by Buffalo.
It's interesting to see with this Buffalo defense. Statistically, they're in the top 10 in almost every category, but their bend don't break. They're going to play that soft zone and force you to drive the field, throw it underneath, just like we've seen from New England on this possession. But Tom Brady's on the other side.
That's right.
He yawns at that. He'll take a dump down, hit his tight end, hit Edelman, take a shot every once in a while. So if Buffalo, that's okay, take that mindset, but at some point, you know that you have to get turnovers, and that's going to come from pressure inside the pocket.
Defensive coordinator for the Bills, Booger, is Leslie Frazier. Of course, you overlapped with him in Indy.
Yeah, that's the type of defense he likes to play. You know, Sean McDermott comes from Jimmy Johnson tree. They love to pressure. They love to bring blitzes, exotic looks. So it's a give and take between Leslie Frazier and the head coach, Sean McDermott. Although I do think when they get down in the red zone, they're going to start to bring a little bit more pressure, guys.
Surprised, Boog, that they haven't ran much pressure so far.
First down as he goes back to Edelman on the near side.
And that's what Tom's going to do. He's just going to dump it out, 5-yard out routes underneath the white, and just go the distance on these drives if you play that soft coverage. And I just don't think you can play that type of way with going against him, because he has so much trust and confidence in his receivers, and they're up to speed on where the soft spots are on these coverages. Keep an eye on the top of the screen there. It's a matchup down in the red zone.
Instead, it's Patterson's third carry of the night as he makes his way 5-yard line.
Yeah, you know, Patterson running the ball, they only have 2 running backs active tonight, James White and Kenyon Bonner. And Bonner hasn't been here long. No surprise that the New England Patriots are being innovative with Daryl Patterson in the backfield. He's a big, stocky wide receiver. Let's do like Green Bay. They have Ty Montgomery. New England has Daryl Patterson.
And the big reason is they want to keep James White fresh because he's such a dynamic receiver for him.
First and goal. And this time he was met and a shuffle his way just to get maybe a half a yard there.
And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out with Patterson, because he just doesn't look very comfortable back there. And you know, I understand.
He's only had 5 snaps coming into this game this season in the backfield, and being worked now with his 4th rush already here.
Yeah, I don't know many receivers that be comfortable playing tailback in this environment.
13th play of the drive, a 2nd and goal, empty set.
Coverage, so Tom's going to have time to work underneath on these throws.
Flag is down. Ball comes out, bounced around, and then it appears as if David Andrews fell on it.
Touch me.
After reviewing the play,
Illegal formation, offense. The left tackle is definitely covered within the line of scrimmage. This team is declined. 3rd down.
You don't see the Patriots offense, really their team in general, have penalties in the red zone. It just doesn't happen.
It was just unbelievable effort from Alexander in the last play. But now you have 3rd down. The Bills Mafia is alive. The fans are going wild. Can the Bills defense get off on 3rd down?
James White out of the backfield. He's a weapon when they play some coverage. Usually he gets a single coverage.
3rd and goal. As Brock was by Matt Ware.
Nice
by Milano. When you play that zone, you're able to spot up in the end zone, and look, your eyes are on the quarterback. You can see him there. He turns. He looks back. In that situation, because he knows he has help over the top. And good job by the young player Milano of getting his eyes back to Tom Brady, knowing that he was coming there and making a ball.
It's only the 2nd time that Brock has been targeted in the red zone this year. He doesn't have a reception in the red zone this year. Gostkowski now 10 for 10 inside of 40 as he hits the short 25-yarder. The pass go up. 3-zip.
There's not one thing about your life you would change.
Nope.
We need something new and dangerous.
I am scared. This Thanksgiving.
This place is bonkers.
At the darknet. What are you doing here? The reason I came to your neck of the face. I mean, there's a face in your neck. I mean, woods, neck of the woods. Thank you for your assist face and assistance. Rated PG, November 21st.
Gary. I am proud of you, my man. Cashback choices. From couple to one, you're earning unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. Like on that new laptop, Quicksilver keeps things simple, Gary. And smart, like you. And I like that.
I guess I'm pretty smart.
Don't let that go to your head, Gary. What's in your wallet?
Take your razor, yep. Up and down, never side to side, Shaquem. You got it? Come on, stay focused.
Try the new Philly Cheese King with a half-pound of flame-grilled beef, caramelized onions, and creamy cheese sauce. Inspired by Fire. The Philly Cheese King, also available on a sourdough bun, only at Burger King.
Celebrate the true original Mickey Mouse.
Happy birthday.
With performances by Meghan Trainor, NCT 127, Josh Groban, and more.
Thank you.
Mickey's 90th Spectacular, Sunday on ABC.
ESPN's Monday Night Football is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage by Quick Loans. And aerial coverage is brought to you by Goodyear. It's a nice night here at Orchard Park, New York. The Bills' last home win on Monday Night Football was all the way back in 1994. Patriots had first goal at the Buffalo 6 and had to settle for a field goal. Here's Marcus Murphy on the return.
Murphy.
As he's tripped, the ball came out. And the Patriots look to have fallen on it. That was Nate Ebner who fell on it. Let's take a look.
There's a fumble recovered by the kicking team. First down, New England.
Was he down?
You got to challenge that. It looks like he's down there, Tess.
Yeah, so Rigsby come in. Let's see here.
Right there. Yeah, on the ground right there. 2 feet
on the turf.
Down. Ball stays where it is.
Take a short. Oh, they take a peek at this. Be right back.
Fact is, every insurance company hopes you drive safely. But Allstate helps you with DriveWise. Feedback that helps you drive safer, and that could lower your cost. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
The love of God.
Look at you, trailblazing. There'll be more of that happening. Nope, not a trail. Streaming, you're going to do a lot of that. He may get to prom before he's 26. Or not. Introducing Spectrum Mobile. Built on America's largest, most reliable LTE network, with a nationwide network of Wi-Fi hotspots working together to save you money. Nice. Progress. It's what happens when you have the best network, the best devices, and the best value. Spectrum Mobile.
It's incredible to know that each and every day we're changing lives. We're making moms and dads and kids and grandpas and grandmas better. The moment a person walks into a facility, they'll know people about them. They matter. More people have chosen to be cared for at Collider than ever. And we're doing something right. I'm most proud that the community has chosen us, and we will not let the community down, I can guarantee you that.
Hi, you're picking up your SUV, right? Yes. Well, we not only fixed the vents, but we added a few things. Built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi ability. touchscreen.
Whoa, this is a dark car.
It's a Chevy. Right, this is the Chevy Equinox. All those features come standard.
It's pretty much everything mine's not.
What more could you want?
Current qualified competitive lessees can lease this 2019 Chevy for around $199. 16% below MSRP when you purchase and finance with GM Financial.
Reminding you when it's time to replace the old ones. And shipping is always free. No more forgotten air filters. Try it today and get your first order free. Literally $0 for your first order.
Bill Belichick, Sean McDermott just heard the review that Murphy was down by contact. So Bill's ball at the 22. There is Murphy, former running back at Mizzou.
It's a good break for the Bills. They cannot afford to turn the ball over going against a team like New England.
See how varied they look in offense on this series. As a boy looking to bounce it to the end. Then trying to reverse field, and instead he's going to lose yardage that time.
From the first series, they went to the Wildcat. The Wildcat is back. The lead blocker inside, and he has the quickness to do it. And then Ivory, his turn at the Wildcat. And all they're doing there is just trying to get to the ball into his playmaker's hands. You can see there the flea flicker, trying to sneak one back behind there. Tight end Charles Clay. Good coverage by Chung, but give Dable credit. He understands he has to think outside the box, and he has to attack with the running game.
Don't want to get behind the chains, though.
He's got...
Was Shady McCoy as he got caught up with Kyle Lenoy, 24-yard reception.
That's a really good call, understanding that he's getting him on the wheel route because they pass it off with a little bit of a pick. Van Noy, he is versatile. Book, you talked about that earlier in the game, but he's not great in space, right? He really wants to be on the edge of the line as a defensive end. He can drop in coverage, but that was really a pick route. And we're going to talk about that. We talked about in the game open of what they do. Good execution on that play.
Wasting no time going back to the exotic stump as they'll go with that full backfield. And McCoy looks a little troubled as you saw him staring over, and the play clock was running down. A little bit of confusion. But this is what we've seen from Brian Dable, the play caller, early on here. Remember the unique circumstances with Buffalo when it comes to the quarterback position. And there is Josh Allen, the rookie from Wyoming, the number 7 overall pick. He's nursing an elbow injury. He suffered a sprained UCL in his right elbow. He was hit in the Week 6 loss to the Texans. He was in some obvious pain and then went and played the next play before being replaced by Nathan Peterman. And they've been listing him as week to week, but now he has missed their last 2 games.
We saw him at practice. He's taking notes there. I mean, he was in behind the group, running like a little bit of like a scout team practice reps for him.
Here's McCoy again. Look at the way he's holding that ball as he's tackled for a loss again. That was a great looking play by Trey Flowers, who has been so from that defensive end position.
Yeah, and when you talk about their guys up front, Trey Flowers is probably their most productive defensive lineman. Does a really nice job fighting off the block against Clay one-on-one. Now it takes down Shady McCoy. Just look at that. Technique and fundamentals. I'll come inside. He's in that 6 technique. He's got the inside gap. Really nice job of pressing the tight end and playing inside.
They're a 2-gap scheme, Bug, and that's what makes it so difficult because Shady's dancing around back there. He just needs to hit it.
Yeah.
Second and 13. Anderson had it at the line of scrimmage, and that was Flowers again.
It's tricky for Shady in that situation because he's trying to make some plays and that wildcat and understanding. And then you're going to see here Flowers. They try to get a quick cut block. Getting his hands up there. Really probably should have picked that one. But their awareness. I mean, big defensive ends, understanding that the tackles come to cut block them, to avoid that cut and get their arms up.
There's a problem when the tackle's lying flat on the ground and the defensive end is standing up after you attempt a cut block.
That's a lonely feeling. I've been there as an offensive lineman, tight end. Hey, just get his hands down, go cut him real quick. Then you're sitting there with your helmet right in the turf.
3rd and 13. Anderson, what can he come up with? is going to be short of the line to make. You're only getting 7 on that as he goes to Charles Clay.
You know, I understand the Patriots, the Bills came out, and they're doing some different things out of the Wildcat. But if they're going to win this game tonight, Derek Anderson's going to have to drop back and throw the football down the field. The Wildcat will give you some surprise plays, but in order to beat the Patriots, your quarterback is going to have to complete the football down the field.
I don't think they can bank on that, though. I mean, they got to run the football, get them. What hurt them there was they had negative runs with Shady.
They're getting to those 2nd and 13s and having to get out of it. So Bojorquez back out to punt again. As Edelman will throw for the scatter, and will this stay there? Diving for it, but unable to come up with it was Andre Holmes. Tom Brady, 90 career road wins, an NFL record. Back out there when we come back.
Hear your phone detected.
The screen. You know, Sprint has the awesome new iPhone XR.
Ooh, let's take a picture. Whoa, it's so clear.
Yeah, it has an amazing liquid retina display.
The colors.
On a network built for unlimited.
Ooh.
I can't hold this smile much longer.
I can. Literally forever.
Here, switch to the Sprint network and we'll give you the iPhone XR to use for $0 per month with eligible trade-in.
One snap, 3 picks. The new LG V40 Thank You.
Can you drive me to Jessica's house?
At Northwestern Mutual, this is what our version of financial planning looks like. Tomorrow's important, but so's making the most of the house before they're out of the house. Spend your life living. Find an advisor at northwesternmutual.com.
We will be adding a soy option to the cafeteria menu starting in the new year. The east parking lot will be repaved next week, so plan on using the south parking lot instead. You could also use the serve.
Escape to football at Buffalo Wild Wings. Try our new game day menu featuring $5 brats, cheeseburger and fries, cocktails, and pitchers.
Take your razor yet. Up and down, never side to side, Jimmy Jack. Come on, stay focused.
All work, baby. Campeón.
There's that guy that's part of the 500 touchdown pass club. Tom Brady. As White goes ahead for about 2.5. Well, 41 years old, but we'll take you back in time with Tom Brady. How about these high school photos, Wittenbook? Classic. There's the sophomore, junior, and senior photos with the senior quote. If you want to play with the big boys, you got to learn how to play in the tall grass. I think he learned. He really did learn. I love that sophomore photo. Came a long way, man. Tom Brady's came a long way. 2nd and 7. Threw it behind James White. It'll be 3rd down.
You know, the thing I admire about Tom Brady the most, he wasn't the guy that was drafted in the 1st round. He's a self-made superstar. Understand, he knew who he was. He worked on his throwing motion. He worked on his body. And now he's playing over 40 years old with this TB12 method. That's the thing I admire the most.
Here he's got a 3rd situation. They're going to go in to spread it out.
It's interesting because Gronkowski's not on the field. They got these receivers that are going to try to use their speed on these linebackers underneath.
3rd and 7. Brady able to escape and run ahead for the 1st down. Wow. How about the wheels out of Tom Brady, who goes for 8 yards on 3rd and 7.
You know, I know he's not moving at high speed, but really, at 41 years old, he's doing a better job. A couple weeks ago, he had the play where he dove in for the touchdown. He's so comfortable in the pocket. He's not looking to escape like a lot of these young quarterbacks are. He stands high with nice bend in there with his knees, and he just his lateral ability to go side to side and then find the lanes. He does that often.
That was a few weeks ago. He had that head-first dive in the touchdown run against Kansas City. You know, of all the accolades and great stats of Tom Brady, we may have a unique one tonight as he goes ahead and runs for 8 yards, which means he's 3 rushing yards away from being a 1,000-yard rusher, pause, in his career. In his career, 19 seasons in, he's 3 rushing yards away from having 1,000 career rushing yards. Yeah, look, when you list the strengths for Tom Brady, you know, the athleticism to be able to be a straight line runner, that's not at the top of the list. But, you know, and I know the pliability and all that's played a big role into it. But when I say he's done it often, what I'm meaning is he just has an awareness for where the first down is. And whether that's 3 yards, 7 yards, what he did in Kansas City a couple weeks ago, where he dives in for the touchdown, he just has good awareness to keep drives going using his leg. Tom's had a lot of fun with that 1,000-yard mark. Has been counting him down on his Instagram page.
He'll have some fun with that.
As Edmonds makes the tackle, and we come to the end of this first quarter. Great atmosphere here in Buffalo. Just the field goal on the board as it stands now. The end of one on Monday Night Football.
Sometimes you need a second sample to confirm that the first sample is, accurate. Of course. It was accurate. For the road.
After the 1906 earthquake, people needed access to their money. So even though bank records were buried, Wells Fargo let customers withdraw based on their word. We had your back then, and we've got your back today. Now customers with direct deposit can benefit from Overdraft Rewind, an overdraft forgiveness feature only from Wells Fargo. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day.
Chorizo from Chipotle is back for a limited time. It's grilled right in front of you with nothing artificial. It has nothing to hide. But you can wrap it in a tortilla anyway. Hurry in. Chorizo is almost gone. Chipotle for real.
It's time. Time for a new kind of cloud. The IBM Cloud. The cloud that proactively protects your business from threats instead of just reacting to them. That lets you modernize and move more of your apps without rewriting. That unlocks insights from all your data and puts it to work with AI. Get a faster, more secure journey to the cloud. The IBM Cloud. The cloud for smarter business.
The rumors. Grindelwald wants to rule the Wizarding World.
Got anything in your case that might help?
Rated PG-13.
Football is a full contact sport. There's a lot of things I do to try to protect myself. When I block, I try to keep my head out of it. I try to use more hands. You definitely have to have confidence in your equipment. The league and the NFLPA, they're testing new helmets. They show us data and research for how different helmets have scored. Matter of fact, this season, I got fitted specifically for a custom helmet. It's important to have that data just because you feel like you've made the best decision when it's equipment.
Monday Night Football in Buffalo, New York. This is George Jason Witten, Booger McFarland, Lisa Salters with you. Patriots start the second quarter with a field goal lead. Brady in stride, and there's hope. Good call by Josh McDaniels, bringing Edelman back in there for like a quick motion. It's the play fake though. Eventually you're going to see him. Watch in this situation. Quick play fake, pull the guard. There it is. Pass, because their number one run is the one back power side guard. And Rob Gronkowski is the guy that's featured on that play a lot. They're changing it, putting Rob Gronkowski on the single receiver. And
Hogan with the big catch.
Brady. As he burned that back side.
Tom thought he had his running back right there, and I don't think he did.
McDermott and the Bills in the roar. These fans looking for the flag as they're going to discuss it here.
There's no intentional ground on the play. The quarterback's outside the pocket. They got the pass beyond the line of scrimmage. Don't be the block out there, everybody.
So they say get out of that tackle box. Beyond the line of scrimmage. Patriots riding that 4-game win streak. We're dealing with some injuries. Sony Michel and Marcus and Dante with a knee tonight.
Another play action. Trying to get outside there, but Tom knows exactly where the line of scrimmage was there, getting it across.
And flags rain in. And so it's a movement. Now, we just mentioned that Marcus Cannon, a right tackle, who missed last week's game as well with a concussion, out tonight. Adrian Waddle, 2 straight starts now. That is number 68. Penalty was on him. First penalty of the game.
You got to give Buffalo defense a lot of credit. They forced this New England offense in some negative down and distance. Hold them to 3 points on that previous drive. Now here, doing the same thing. Don't let them get these big chunks if you're Buffalo's defense.
There is Zimmerman. Easy pitch and catch from Brady for 18 yards.
And the Patriots are just attacking the middle of the field, the play action. We mentioned the young middle linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds, for the Buffalo Bills. Understand this, when you're a young middle linebacker, you want to be aggressive, you want to come up and play the run. Right now, the New England Patriots and Tom Brady are taking advantage of Edmonds coming up on the play action, and they're getting the ball across the middle of the field.
But they had him in second and long, and they played man-to-man coverage. With that play action, those linebackers going to suck up, and it's hard for Phil Gaines to cover it that long.
As Barner is chopped down, he's 20 years old, is Edmonds.
Yeah,
you were 20 years old.
Yeah, when I got drafted,
When you got drafted.
Yeah.
How challenging is that to be the youngest player in the NFL being tasked with this?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, there's a lot of responsibilities, and certainly if you're the middle linebacker, there's a lot of pressure on you because you have to communicate. All that's on you. It's your defense. You're the quarterback on the defense side of the ball. Sean McDermott said he can handle it. He embraces it. He's got high standards. He's got to learn on the fly a little bit and just read and react. He puts a lot of pressure on himself, but I was the same way when I was drafted to the Cowboys.
Way better the drive by the Pats. And taken down right away by Edmonds was James White. But that's the first of explosion.
But that's what he can.
Oh, you fucked it up. I hear boys. It's not good. It's not good.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Brown going. So
Edelman as he is taken down from behind by Jordan Phillips.
that's twice now for Buffalo's defense. They've been able to give up some big plays here and there, but when they've gotten close to the red zone, they've gotten stops. And so you get in here and it's 6-0 potentially. This defense is holding their own. I look for this offense. They got to make some plays and attack. But, I mean, the defense for the Bills, they're doing their part stopping this prolific offense for the Patriots.
So Gostkowski comes back out. This from 40. Another long drive and another settle for 3 for New England. 6-zip.
She's the one for you. When you know, you just know. She isn't perfect, but she's perfect for you. Love is rare. Love's unique.
Love is her.
Love is him.
Love is us.
The
of your Wang Love collection, designed for sales, the Diamond Store.
The king is going crazy, making 10 nuggets just $1. Crazy, right? Crazy crispy, crazy juicy. 10 nuggets made of crazy delicious white meat for just $1. Now that's a crazy deal. Enjoy 10 golden nuggets for just $1, only at Burger King.
Better your selfie even after you take the shot. The new LG V40 Thank You.